Tony, I guess you have a few memories about that man?
Well, one of the all-time greats, and I'm proud to say a friend of mine, J. Donald Budge. Many, many people feel that he's the greatest player that ever picked up a racket. Still in love with the game of tennis.
McEnroe serving at 3-2 in the first set. Right into him.
That's like Nolan Ryan sawing some bat off right at your hands. A thing coming in at you like that.
Not only that, it was very deep.
Throw the ball up 20 yards home.
That was the voice of John McEnroe saying, get the ball up higher.
Double fault. That's the first one. For McEnroe, he had some problems earlier in this tournament with his serve. 8 double faults in the match against Connors, which didn't last very long. Connors had to withdraw.
That's the point where John has to remind himself to get the toss a little higher. So he's catching that tape.
Another very deep serve.
15.
Like it hit the line.
I don't think Arthur was too happy with the way he swung at that backhand.
Thank you.
He tried to go inside out with it.
Right, and that's a more difficult shot. Notice a few times that McEnroe has served Ashe's backhand in the ad court. Arthur's gotten a very good swing at the ball, and that's because of where he's positioned himself. I really think that Arthur's positioning is bothering John a little bit.
Double fault.
Double fault. Again, that positioning cuts off that wide serve.
Right. Remember the World Series a few years ago when Pete Rose stood in so close against Mickey Rivers? Sort of took all his effectiveness away.
A lot of close calls on this end of the court, on the service line.
There's quality of players. They are going for depth. They are going for the lines or something very close to it. So you can have a lot of tough calls to make.
Got one of the very best linesmen there.
Oh, it hit the net. Out. It would have been good if it hadn't hit the top of the net.
40-30.
Adrian Clark is the linesman working this service line on the court, on this end of the court. There he is. He's seen a lot of them. Worked the U.S. Open year after year.
And for the first time, McEnroe got a first serve in up the center on the ad court. And he has held serve and leads 4-2.
McEnroe leading. First set.
This will be the largest payday Arthur Ashe has had in his professional tennis career. But he said, you know, I can honestly say I'm not thinking about the money.
Service ace for Ashe. That's the first one. If he wins, it's 100,000. If he loses, it's only 64. 15 love.
another look at an unorthodox but successful attempt at a volley. You don't see many guys take a swing like that at a volley. But with racket control, McEnroe got away with it, and it's 15-all. Someone hollering in the crowd as Arthur's about to start his toss. That's going to go wide.
30, 15.
Now, Pat, another important thing, the winner of this match qualifies for the Grand Slam that we'll be doing February 10th and 11th down at Boca West. Oregon Vilas will be there, and there's a great possibility that Jimmy Connors will also be playing in that event.
And the winner of this, that'll be the 4.
Right.
Not bad.
Ashe positioned himself just right, but missed the volley.
Down low, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he guessed the cross court. Sort of looked like he was a little too flat. That serve up the middle, Arthur just tried to hit, is what opens up the wide serve. If he can make that one a few times, John has to worry about that, and then he's able to break it wide. Again, perfect anticipation by Arthur Ashe. We'll watch it again, and you'll see that with McEnroe very wide to hit a forehand, it looks as though he'd want to go up the line. But Arthur Ashe guessed cross court, and he guessed correctly. We come back live at 40-30.
Yes.
So Arthur Ashe has held serve. John McEnroe leads at 4-3.
We'll have more of the Grand Prix Masters after this word from your local station. Pat Summerall with Tony Trabert. Madison Square Garden is just about full for this final of the Grand Prix Masters between Arthur Ashe, 35 years old, John McEnroe, 19 years old. Ashe will serve, or McEnroe, I beg your pardon, will serve at 4-3, first set. He has the service break.
There was a good example of how quickly McEnroe gets in because he hit a pretty hard serve. Ashe drove the return, and he was well inside the service line to make the volley.
Just watch him go to that net if the first serve goes in.
The Ashe again standing over to cut off the wide serve. Just over the baseline. And an excellent smash by McEnroe. Arthur's lob was deep. And the only way you can really make that smash, Pat, is when you get back there, is to really pop that wrist down quickly to get the racket head back down, because that is behind him. Tough shot to make. 30 love.
Moved him around like he wanted to.
That's the difference between Arthur Ashe today and perhaps 10 years ago. Arthur would never have made that offensive lob. A few years back, he'd have tried to have driven it like it was shot out of a cannon that time. And 2 times in a row, he made offensive lobs. ended up winning the point.
Just about 10 years ago, he won the first U.S. Open as an amateur. 1968.
I want to congratulate John McEnroe and Peter Fleming for winning the doubles last night, defeating Wojciech Pibak and Tom Acker. They played a 3 out of 5 set doubles match. McEnroe Fleming won 6-4, 6-2, 6-4.
Picked up 20,000 apiece in the process. That's becoming a very good doubles team.
It certainly is.
Becoming might be a bad choice of words. They are.
Game McEnroe.
That'll make it 5-3. McEnroe in the